change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody gonna clean it up.
I rep hip-hop all day, every day when the beat drop. My one goal in the workshop is to jot down lines at a top notch and rise to the top like a top stop, cause I got more bars than a cell block. Some flock like birds when food drop, they try and block my name like a chat box. Little do they know though I cook niggas slow like meat in a crock pot. Coming in hot like a rocket, shocking like a wet socket. I got
It's nice out here. The weather finally turning for it to be warm enough for me to put on some shorts. I've been waiting for that. Yeah. What's good, my people? Wingz Up. How we feeling today? We alright? Word. I'm not gonna hold you too long. I still gotta get my day going as well. But I'm gonna vibe with y'all, I'm gonna build with y'all for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Now that the weather's turning, maybe I'll get up real early and start taking walks through the park, show y'all the park. I mean, y'all that live here already know, but for y'all that don't, you know what I'm saying? Take y'all through the park with me as I build with y'all, go for nice walks, walk down Broad Street, go downtown, you know, we'll do all that good stuff. But right now I want to take this opportunity to just clear the air like a purifier, because I get that my first video especially, I came off a bit aggressive. I meant everything I said, but I understand that I have to sell it different, especially on here. You gotta brand yourself, right? So I want to take this opportunity to re-explain myself and what the purpose of this channel is and the value that I intend to bring through my knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and insight. I did take some notes this time, so that way it'll help me stay on track, because, you know what I'm saying, honestly, when I get used to this and I'm able to start going live and things like that, it'll be better for me, because I'll be able to build with y'all live, and that's really what more or less I'm used to doing, is when people are around me and we're chilling and we're just vibing and we're just talking, you know what I'm saying, the insight comes. So I think it'll be better for me to go live with y'all, but I gotta build that community first. I gotta let y'all know I'm out here, I'm on here, and I'm trying to build with y'all, so let's do that. First of all, I just want to be clear and say that I'm not trying to start trouble with anybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to step on anybody's toes in the wrong way, because I am angry about a lot, and a lot needs to be said, and I'm gonna say those things. I'm gonna keep it 100, but it's all coming from the heart, it's all coming from passion, and anybody that knows me knows that I mean well, but I'm also stepping into my power, so to speak. Or I should say, taking it back. Really, I just want to be myself on this channel though, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to put my music on here with my wisdom that I have, you know what I'm saying? And I really just want to put my music on here, let the insight that I have speak through the music, because I put it all in there, you know what I'm saying? And this is really my way of just trying to build a community of like-minded people, you know what I'm saying? I call it reality rap because, like I said, there are a lot of things that need to be said. I'm gonna you know, the things that are passionate to me, because I'm passionate about my writing and I'm passionate about a lot of stuff. And the things that are passionate to me, I'm going to talk about them. And the topics are going to be sensitive and they're going to make some people feel awkward, but that's because they just haven't done that work within themselves to understand what I'm talking about or understand what I'm talking about, because they got to feel me, you know what I mean? And the purpose of my channel is to just build a community of like-minded people that, you know what I'm saying, appreciate my sound with my music, but really just people that, you know what I'm saying, we all vibe alike, that's all. Make some new friends, reconnect with some old ones, or, you know what I'm saying, whoever wants to hit me up, this is your way of doing so. This is me putting myself out there. And I usually don't do that, you know what I mean, but I'm at that point in my life where I've always been working on stuff, I've always been trying to do something, but I'm at the point in my life where time isn't really on my side as much anymore, you know what I mean? So with the opportunities that have become available through YouTube and social media and all the apps and everything, you know what I'm saying, I'm just going to do me. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's more for the people who be sitting there hating, talking about, oh, you trying to rap? You trying to rap? You trying to rap now? You trying to rap? Like, listen. Let me ask you something. For those of y'all who are thinking like that, do you have a better solution for me? Are you helping me with anything? Are you supporting me in any way? Shape, form, fashion, style, time, or dimension? So why does it bother you so much that I'm putting my music out now? This isn't something that I just picked up yesterday, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. No, I've been doing this since 1999. We'll get to that. But really, I also want to reach out to the young homies, the young G's out here. You know what I'm saying? It's been quiet, you know. That's why, you know, they be using the psyops and stuff. They had a lot of young homies in all the other cities and states and stuff going crazy, crashing out. Every time you turn on the TV and listen to some hip-hop stuff, is right there. And it's because that's how I know how much of it was happening, because I don't go looking for it. I don't really watch World Star or anything like that. So when it's crossing across my feed like that, that's when I know it's happening a lot. And that's bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to let them know, and let everybody know for that matter, that selfish, incompetent, you know what I'm saying, toxic hood mindset isn't all we're good for. That isn't it. You feel me? Now, don't get me wrong. Don't miss what I'm saying. I support and appreciate the real militant hood shit. The real shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a real G supports himself, supports his lady if he has one, supports his children if he has one, or has any. You know what I'm saying? Supports his community, supports the women and the children in that community. You know what I'm saying? And becomes an influence and an inspiration to show everybody that they can do that too, in their own way, in their own lives. Nobody is trying to force you to believe what we're believing, in the sense of us chosen ones. And I do consider myself one, because I believe a chosen one is those of us out here who can understand, understand, and overstand complex aspects, concepts, and perspectives of the higher sciences on many levels, if not all levels, intuitively, to be able to speak it out to y'all, so y'all can understand it, so y'all can try to be better. Because that's all we want, you know what I'm saying, is for everybody to be better, have better character, build better character, have accountability. Nobody's telling you to post it out to the world when you G-check yourself. Just G-check yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't be fake. There's no need for it. You know what I'm saying? I understand times are hard, things are hard. You gotta get what you can get where you can get it, but not at the expense of your dignity, your integrity, your soul, your spirit, who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? There are other ways. You just gotta apply yourself. Just apply yourself. There are other ways to do things. You know what I'm saying? And again, I ain't saying there ain't nothing wrong with if that's one of your streams of income on the side, you know what I'm saying? But just like, don't make that your top stream of income. Make it an asset, not a liability. Feel me? It's a little breezy out here. My bad if y'all can't hear me, if y'all can hear the wind. When I edit this video, I'm gonna turn the volume up to make sure y'all can hear me clearly enough. But yeah, but just being, you know what I'm saying, helpful to your community, even just holding the door for somebody, you know what I'm saying, setting an example. And I think a bigger part of the reason why I'm putting my music out now is something that has been long overdue, mind you. We should have done this, but at the same time, studio time, money for that, and everybody now knows how the game actually is. In order to make it, the stuff you gotta do. Nobody want no parts of that, really. You know what I'm saying? What Kendrick is doing right now with the publishing deal is what I've always wanted to do, but just didn't know that's what it was. So at the same time, you know what I'm saying, there's ways online that I can make money with my music, and I intend to do that. That's why I'm doing it, is to make money off of it, but at the same time put it out there because it's something that is long overdue. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to like pull the string to my own horn, but I'm talented. I'll just leave it at that. I got strong bars, they're clever, they're metaphoric. I got open self-enders, I call them, which are like bars that open up what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? They stand on their own, they make sense by themselves, and they make sense, they connect with what comes after. You know what I'm saying? So it connects with before on its own and after what I'm saying with it. Like, and there's a lot of influences I have that help me get there, and a lot of them are people that I actually know, not just people that are from the game that, you know what I'm saying, influences. I don't want to call them idols, because, you know, I don't really worship anything but the maker, the true maker, not the demiurge that runs this earth. We'll get to that. Even though I did touch on that in episode 3, but you know what I'm saying, that's just basically the ego. Because when you just live with that selfish incompetence, and what I mean is you're just selfish and you just don't care about nothing else. You just want to indulge in whatever it is you toxically want to indulge in to get that dopamine rush, you know what I'm saying, to get that feeling of dopamine. And you can't go to bed at night until you do. Some people can't go to bed until they disturb something, you know what I'm saying, until they become a disturbance or ruin somebody's day or some shit. Like, it's crazy. I don't know why it be like that, but it be like that, you know. And that's the goal of all of us intellectuals. We're trying to put a stop to that, because that ain't helping nobody. You know what I'm saying? You're just minding your business, trying to go get a coffee or something, and then what, you got to deal with some nonsense? Like, who wants to do that? You know what I'm saying? And another thing, y'all ladies, I love y'all ladies. I got a whole episode 5, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to y'all ladies, but y'all gotta chill out with that crazy ass driving y'all be doing just to go get your Starbucks and your Dunkin' Donuts or wherever it is. Some of y'all be in a rush to go nowhere, and y'all be driving like maniacs. Y'all need to chill out, for real. I'm just keeping it 100. Y'all need to chill out. There's no need for that. Y'all be driving all selfish and aggressive like you're the only one on the road. Like, what you gotta do is the most important thing on the earth, and nothing else matters. Nobody else matters. Like, chill out, please. I'm being nice. Chill out, please. And I get it, you know what I'm saying, because it's hard. Free will is a tricky thing. We're supposed to each one teach one, you know what I'm saying, through our experience, from whatever hood we come from, you know what I'm saying? Some of us have it worse than others, but we all, my people, we all from the hood, you know what I'm saying? We all go through it, and we all out here trying to do the same thing, which is why on the hood side of things, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Elohim, I didn't come home many years ago when he asked me to, because I'm not about trying to, I'll just say, take something from somebody else, period, you know what I'm saying? Especially from somebody from the hood that I know is going through the same struggles and everything. Why am I gonna try to one up him, you know what I mean? If anything, I'm just gonna try to like help the brother, but you know, most people don't think like that. It's selfish, cutthroat, dog eat dog world out here, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but I just couldn't do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not into that. I'll get my own, you know what I'm saying? I've always been about being independent, being sovereign in that manner, and just getting my own, and then helping the next brother come up and letting them know, yo bro, you don't gotta go crash out like that, I got you, look. And not that I'm gonna save the hood, but I mean just in the sense of just helping one person, you know what I'm saying, helping my boys or whatever, when I can, you know what I mean? I'm not balling, I'm not rich or anything, but if I come up a little bit and, you know what I'm saying, I can help one of my boys out, I'm gonna do that. Make his day a little better, make his life a little better, and hopefully he pays it forward and does the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's how you spread good energy and make it so that, you know what I mean, people respect you. And it's not even about that I'm trying to get respect and worship, praise and worship validation either, because that's why I don't be on social media like that. There's a lot of content creators on here who are just trolls trying to control something because they don't really have much else going on, so they use that as their means of trying to make something of themselves. And I'll be honest, I guess we're all doing that in some way, shape, form, fashion, or style. I guess I'm doing that too, but I'm not doing it in a desperate, selfish, worship me, look at me, watch. I want you to listen to my music, and I want you to acknowledge and respect my talent, because it's better than 85-90% of the guys you're listening to in the game. I understand some of them are forced to rap a certain way because the industry wants that, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that they don't have the spirit to say no and just have integrity to be like, nah, I'm not taking that. To each their own. I don't know everybody's situation, but it's just, I know plenty of real people in the game that didn't sell out like that, that are like, shout out to the Locks. I didn't even know they had some Red Bull Spiral Synergy, I don't know what it was called, syndicate thing, but they came up there. I think Method Man and Redman did something too. I didn't watch that one, but I saw the D-Block one, and I was like, yo, look at them, they still got it. Young homies, y'all want to learn what OG hip-hop sounds like, and you want to hear some real shit, listen to the Locks. No BS, for real. Like, they still got it. Shout out to Styles P, you know what I'm saying? Remember I told y'all he came through, I wasn't there, but Elohim sent me a picture. He came through to some little underground flea market bud type of thing they had going on, and he came through and he showed love. So shout out to Styles P for that. Word. You know what I'm saying? Where am I at, man? See, that's why I tried to take some notes, so that way I wouldn't go off like that. But you know what I mean, I'm vibing with y'all, I'm keeping it 100. This notebook right here has pretty much most of the songs that you're gonna hear on my channel. You can hear it, you know what I'm saying, on bandlab.com/Elo-Legend. That's where the mixtape is. But I was watching videos and I was teaching myself how to engineer and mix my stuff down myself, you know what I'm saying? So over the last year and a half, maybe 2 years, I was taking notes and learning that. And the mixtape on there right now, it sounds good, but everything's too loud, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna re-engineer the songs that are like the hits on that mixtape, and I'm gonna put them on my channel, so you all will get to hear, you'll get to hear them on here eventually if you don't go to BandLab to do it. Like this one, for example, right here. That's more fire. That's that reggae joint I did. You know what I'm saying? You see all of that. And then that's the rest of it right there. So like everything that you hear on that song is right here in this. Most of the songs that you hear are written in this notebook that you're gonna hear. You know what I'm saying? Can't Ever Own Me is in here. I got a couple of industry tracks. Here it is right here. Can't Ever Own Me. I don't know where everything is. Everything's like scattered around. This whole notebook is full. So, and I write right to front, right to left sometimes. So like I started over here, but I finished over here. Feel me? Those of y'all who are higher science know about what I mean with that. I lost my place now where I put the notes. Hold on, my bad. I don't know if I'm gonna edit this part of the video. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, this is real, keeping it real with y'all. This is showing y'all, you know what I'm saying, all this whole notebook is full. That's why it's hard for me to find everything. I got a couple episodes in here. Episode 5 is in here. There's a couple of songs that still get to me and still hit me different when I hear them, as old as they are to me. This one right here is one of them. I'm gonna put this up there pretty soon. That one. That one. My bad, I'm over here, I think, with my notes, you know what I'm saying? So, right. Basically, what I was getting at, you know what I'm saying, as far as building better character and the toxic hood mentality that we got to get away from. Because that's just killing our people, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, it is who we are, we come from it, but we don't have to promote it, you know what I'm saying? Celebrating the struggle is whack. Nobody wants to do that. That's why I don't understand. I heard this term struggle rap. It's like, what are we talking about? We're writing our lives, you know what I'm saying? We're telling you what's good. We're not depressed in that kind of way. We're depressed that shit's fucked up and we want things to change, but like, what are you talking about? Struggle? Like, everybody's always trying to label something because they can't do it or they can't get with it or they're just, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm doing this too, because I'm tired of all of y'all that be doing that. Mad because you can't do something, so you be hating or trying to find reasons to freaking put it down or not support it or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't understand. Like, I already know, even though it shouldn't be that way, most of the people that know me, I should get likes and subs from all of y'all. And it's not about asking, because I know what I said before. I'm not asking or begging for likes and subs. But it's the point that y'all know me and y'all should just support me regardless. Especially if you listen to my music, then you'll be like, oh snap, he's actually kind of nice. Like, at least, you know what I'm saying? You would be like, oh yeah, he's kind of nice. Like, that was dope. That line was dope. You know what I'm saying? But y'all be just hating. Y'all are too stubborn. I don't understand. When there's this thing, like when you know somebody that's doing something like that, you just have this, that's that demiurge, that ego. Because you know why? If you know the story, we, and I'm just going to say we for now because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? This isn't that kind of video. But we remind the demiurge of what it can't get to, of what it can't be. You know, this is a fake, illusionary representation of what's higher. You know what I'm saying? And because of what Sophia did, we represent something. We can connect to something. We can reach something that it can't, or it's jealous of us of being able to. So that ego, that demiurge, that Satan, that's what Satan is, because Satan just means adversary. know what I'm saying? So the adversary to each of us is our own ego that gets in our way, that makes us do and act in ways that we know are beneath us. Because isn't that how the story goes? Satan is in hell beneath us. Right? So that urge, that demi-urge that gives us demon urges to do these things that are beneath us, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so-called pleasure that comes with it, but it's temporary, it's short-lived. And then you gotta go do it again just to keep feeling something. And it's like, you know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about like vices, because everybody knows I'm 420 all with it, all day, all night. You know what I'm saying? I be skywalking all the time. So I'm not against you having your edge killer, but I'm just talking about when it comes from within. You know what I'm saying? That's that selfish incompetence I'm talking about. That shit that comes from within that makes you want to do toxic like shit, toxic behavior, and you don't care about who you affect or who you hurt or whatever. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. And I'm hoping with my channel I can kind of promote people to think themselves out of that. You know what I'm saying? Those that are, you know what I'm saying, having trouble having accountability with themselves and doing that shadow work. Because we all got to do it. You know what I'm saying? I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's why I've been away for so long. You know what I'm saying? I threw my back out twice. I felt like everybody dissed me. You know what I'm saying? One thing happened, people turned their back on me. Another thing happened, these other people turned their back on me. It's like if I wasn't acting a certain role or living a certain, you know what I'm saying, lifestyle for people, it's like, oh, he's not doing nothing. What do you mean? I was injured for a long time, and I still am. But, you know what I'm saying, I can move around and stuff. I just got to be careful. I can't be doing too much. I got to take my breaks and things like that. But, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Most people don't want to listen, because growing up we was told we can't do what we want until we get on our own. So once, you know what I'm saying, we got on our own, some of us got on our own, it was a wrap. Like, they just went all the way to the left with it and got into situations they can't even fix or get out of. They gotta just live with it now. And you know what I'm saying, we all going through this thing called life together, and we live through experience, right? But that's why we also have the ability of choice, which was my point on free will earlier. It's a tricky thing, you know what I'm saying? It makes us feel like we have control, but at the same time we do. We have control of those choices that we make. And we need to be better at using our free will. You know what I'm saying? We need to be better at making those choices. We're gonna make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. You know what I'm saying? There's some mistakes I made with people I know. You know what I'm saying? Both brother and sister alike. That's the Sister Star again, episode 5. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to y'all ladies. I'm gonna talk to my lady friends and all the ladies out there. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, and some of those lady friends I wanted to be with to keep them from having to go through the nonsense they ended up having to go through, really. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I honestly didn't, you know what I'm saying, want anything else. Eventually, yeah, love and all that would have came, and we could have had kids and all that stuff, but it's like, that's episode 5. I'll tell you the title of that at the end of this build. But for my music, for the sake of my music, you know what I'm saying, like I said earlier, I've been doing this since like 99, 2000. You know what I'm saying? And I went through the 5 stages of hip-hop because I was drawing and all that too. I was drawing anime, comics, and cartoons. You know what I'm saying? As any kid my age, any boy my age would be doing. You know what I'm saying? And I played around with the turntables for a while. My boy Skins, shout out to Skins, he's out in Cali right now. Shout out to my boy Skins out in Cali. He had the turntables. I used to go to his house. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to his parents too, you know what I mean? Used to go to his house. Used to play with the turntables, the switchboard, switching back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So I did my DJing thing. And I was a b-boy for a long time. Y'all that know me definitely know that. I was a b-boy for a long time. So stage presence and being on stage and recording and all that shit, that doesn't frighten me, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make sure I had value to bring. I was ready to say what's up to everybody, you know what I mean? Because it's been a long time. And I haven't seen a lot of people for a long time. Haven't talked to some people for a long time. So this was just, I'm an introvert. I don't put myself out there, but this is my way of doing that, especially since I do music. I understand that I gotta start being on social media more and saying what's up more and things like that. So I'm working on that. I'm working on getting used to that. You know what I'm saying? I do like to go out and do things, but I just like to be in certain environments, you know what I'm saying? But you know, shit just be real. Like, shit's tough, you know what I'm saying, to express yourself without having to say the same thing over and over again. You know, you're just trying to find different ways to say the same thing and new ways to say other things. But being an artist is hard, man. It does come from a lot of pain, comes from a lot of darkness, it comes from a lot of struggle. The struggle is real, the struggle continues, but it's how you grow from that. You know what I'm saying? It's what makes you and how you can shape your reality and things like that. And again, it's not easy. I haven't mastered anything. I'm still learning. But I'm just well far along on my journey because I started a long time ago. But shout out to the homie Corey. He's one of my real good friends. You know what I'm saying? He told me I had it back in like 06. I spit something. I spit to that birds fly high, you know how it feel, when Wayne and this guy got on it, Santana. And he was like, yeah, you got it. He was like, you got it. And ever since then, I was like, I knew I had something. I was doing something right, you know what I'm saying? And I had something I could build off of and grow with. So, yeah, shout out to Corey for that one. Appreciate you, my guy. I want to give a shout out to Malachi, too. I think he goes by Buddy Casanova these days. What up, Street King? How you doing? Hope you're alright, bro. Borndays are coming up soon. He always thought I was talented, man. I remember we used to be at his crib, in his room on Colfax, just burning them up, going for the longest skywalks, just writing verses, listening to 8 Mile. And we used to have this red book. I forgot her name. Shout out to the homegirl that gave us this book. It was a thesaurus, but it was a big red book. And we always used to refer to it. Anytime we had writer's block or anything, we always used to go straight to that book like it had ancient wisdom in it or something, you know what I mean? Like the secrets of the universe. And we used to go straight to that book, and we used to always figure out and fill in our verses, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I forgot her name. I think it begins with a G or a J. It's been so long. That was so long ago. But shout out to homegirl who gave us that book, because that really helped us out. You know what I'm saying? I want to give another shout out to another street king, the homie Ice. What up, my guy? I like to call him Black Ice, but he goes by Ice. Haven't talked to him in a long time either, so you know what I'm saying? What's up, bro? Hope everything is good with you. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that, you know what I'm saying, kind of got us into the ciphers he was the one that, you know what I'm saying, made the ciphers fun. He always used to come up, he was the best freestyler out of all of us, and he used to come up with those crazy funny punchlines. It'd be real shit though, like, but it'd just be funny. And I just used to be thinking to myself like, yo, how you be doing that? So all the clever lines you hear in my music and stuff like that are you know, inspired by him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned that from him. Just being around him and just wanting to be able to match his skill level with that. So shout out to the homie Ice for that. The Street King homie. Wingz Up, my guy. The wind blowing my pages over. It was like an exercise to us too. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? I can't really freestyle like that now. I'm a much better writer now. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Dragon. I seen a video. He did something recently. Yeah. Shout out to Dragon. He's still around. I already mentioned, you know, the big bros, the big Elo bros. Reza and Elohim, shout out to them. You know, I mentioned them in episode 2. I know that video is kind of dark. I let that go. It's only pixelated and blurry because I had to shrink the file down. The video was too long. This one's starting to get to that point too, so I'm gonna try to move this along real quick. I'm up against it. But I had to shrink that file size down so it came out blurry. But I kept it like that because it kind of fits the avatar I'm using in my background, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to just kind of sell that. It makes sense for me, you know what I'm saying? As the character that I truly am. I'm not portraying anything. I'm not pretending to be anyone or anything. That's who I am, you know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure that that comes across, so you guys know what to expect from this channel, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I'm boring. It doesn't mean I don't know how to have fun. It doesn't mean I don't have a sense of humor. You'll see all that. But right now, this is what it is. And, you know what I'm saying, I basically want to use my lyrical ability to express myself. I use it as an outlet, again, to those people who be hating. He's trying to rap. What's he trying to? He's not going to make it nowhere. Chill out, please. You're not helping me in any way, shape, form, fashion, or style, time, or dimension. So why are you hating? Just don't listen. You don't have to listen. I'm not famous or anything. I don't got a lot of views right now. Just don't listen. That's it. And by the way, I'm not gonna be butthurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for the long haul. When I was talking about the money, I don't expect to make money tomorrow, next month. You know what I'm saying? I understand, understand, and overstand it takes time to do all of that stuff. I know it takes time to build a following, build a community, and I want to do it organically. I am going to promote my channel so I can push it along a little bit, don't get me wrong. But, you know what I'm saying? I know that it's going to take time for me to get to where I ultimately, hopefully, will get to. You know what I'm saying? You listen to my music, you already know, especially in Can't Ever Own Me, you already know I know that I'm up against fate. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. If I make it somewhere and some famous person wants to do a song with me or something, great, that's what's up. If I become YouTube famous like Hobson or something like that, great, that's what's up. If I don't, oh well, on to the next thing. This is just really an asset. I'm just trying to have multiple streams of income, and whatever I make from it, however much or however little, that's what's up. You feel me? Like, that's the attitude I'm coming and approaching this with, because I know this is long overdue, and I know I'm late to the game. I'm not delusional. But this has just been my outlet of my stress. Whenever I have something I need to explain it, I need to be able to explain to somebody that they can't hear me because we're arguing or whatever. I don't like arguments or disagreements, but we all have them. This is life, right? When they can't get what I'm saying because they're not trying to hear what I'm saying because they're mad at me or whatever, You know what I'm saying? I don't have anybody else to talk to. I stay to myself. I got homies and stuff I can go see, but I don't want to bog them down with my problems. You know what I'm saying? Because they can only give me certain advice, and I appreciate it all the time. But I'm looking for solutions. You know what I mean? I'm more of a solution-oriented person. I don't want to argue. We see what the problem is. We see how we messed up. So let's figure out the solution and then learn. We see how we messed up so we can learn from it, not so we can just stay under that cloud and just keep talking about it and getting all mad and staying in the funk about it. Let's just be solution oriented. But when you're, dealing in absolutes and you're only thinking of one side of the equation, I can't talk to you. I have balance, you know what I mean? I have logic and I have creativity. Those of the higher sciences know what I mean about that too. They get the reference. So I've always been easy to work with. I've always been easy to please, even though I am a detail oriented person with particular likes and particular don't likes. You know what I'm saying? I'm very different in that way. I am. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, I have to present myself in a way so that way y'all know what to expect, so I can attract those that are of like-minded, you know what I mean? So that way we can not have to do the waste of time thing. You know what I mean? Because you don't chill with who you don't chill with, right? You don't chill with who you don't like, and you don't chill with who you don't vibe with. That whole vibe thing is real. We've been saying it forever. We just never knew what it really was. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? I ain't perfect. I know I've made mistakes, and it's hard not to make permanent decisions over temporary feelings. But hopefully I can fix some of the things that I've done in that way, right? But I'm not sorry for how I felt and why it made me do that, because I don't do things for no reason. If I had to force my hand or force a move in a certain way, it's because I was forced to. It left me no choice. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be that way. I never wanted it to be this way or anything like that. But what am I supposed to do? Just keep getting dragged along? But when you live your life like that all the time, your brain is wired. You get stuck in that mindset, you know what I mean? And you just think you're being real, and you think you're right. Because we're all, again, trying to go through this thing called life together, and we're all trying to do the best that we can. But some of us have chemical imbalances, and the things that we want don't align with what is best. And you just think you're being real, but you're just being obnoxious and selfish. It is what it is. If you had some accountability, then what I'm saying shouldn't make you upset, shouldn't piss you off, because it shouldn't be no surprise, because you've already talked to yourself, you already G-checked yourself. So anything I'm saying shouldn't trigger you. If it does, then that means you haven't done that yet. And I'm talking to that demiurge in you, and that's what don't like what I'm saying. That's why I promote a mental advisory label on my music, because you got to be observant. You know what I'm saying? You got to listen to what I'm saying. You can't just... I have songs, that's why I threw Make You Move up there. That's why I threw More Fire up there, to show you that I can make songs like that. And I got songs for the ladies too. That's why I'm going to throw them up there, you know what I'm saying, throughout this week. I just got to remix them, you know what I'm saying, re-engineer them. It's not going to take me that long. Got people looking at me as they drive by. They see the stand, they see the camera. They're like, oh, he's doing the video, and they're just straight staring. It's like people like, oh, I wish I should do that too. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got that. I digress. But I'll go as far as my talent can and will take me. Like, you know what I mean? It's what it is, what it is. Like I said, if I get somewhere, great. If I don't, whatever. So don't think I'm butthurt by my view count or my sub count right now, because I'm not. You know what I mean? A lot of people think I be stressing stuff more than I really be stressing. Like, I don't be stressing. I be stressing the principle and the value of the situation. Like, why would you do that knowing this or knowing that? Why would you just ignore that and act like how I feel or what I said doesn't matter and just do that? That's what I get mad at. Not just the surface action of what happened or what took place or whatever. You feel me? It's never that simple with me. And to a fault sometimes. Sometimes things need to just be that simple, right? Sometimes things are just that simple. But I know human psychology. And I know how the brain works. And I know there's always layers and inner workings to reasons as to why somebody does something. It's just that they're invalid reasons, they're embarrassing reasons, and they're not real reasons as to why you feel like that. It's just a preference, or it's just you being you, or whatever the case may be, and what you think you want. So you're not willing to admit that and try to grow out of that. You know what I'm saying? You stay stubborn and you stay stuck in that. Hopefully I can help with that with my channel and with my music. You know what I'm saying? Because I do apply myself and I put in work in whatever I do, whether it's music, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, a lady friend I'm dating and I'm making her happy or whatever, whether it's a job I'm doing, whether, you know what I'm saying, whatever hustle gig I got, you know what I'm saying, I put in work and I expect results because I put in work. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, oh, I'm gonna do this one thing and now worship me like most shit is. People be quick crowning people too much. They do one thing, oh, they're the greatest of all time. Like, can we stop with that? Can we stop with that? I appreciate greatness, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate greatness. A few people off topic, like, cause why I call it LegendHazIt Reality Rap, cause I could talk about a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? My bad. I'm outside, I'm looking around, I'm enjoying the environment. Just vibe with me. Birds over there. I got rabbits running around and stuff. Just vibe with me. But I can talk about a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? I could talk about rap. I could talk about hip hop stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the Diddy thing, like who wants to talk about it? We all know, you know what I'm saying, he's a smut bucket for what he's been doing. Understandingly so, he was groomed and bred that way based on what happened to, you know, his dad and everything and how he got into the industry and blah, blah, blah. But as a grown man, he had choices to make and he knew what he was doing. So have some accountability, you know what I mean? That's all it really comes down to. The Kendrick and Drake thing, it's like, I don't understand why. Like, shout out to Kendrick first of all, because what he did was open the door for intellectuals like me to be able to speak my piece, even though I've always done that, but to be able for it to truly be heard these days. You know what I mean? Because y'all were just brainwashed by that mumble rap Drake stuff, and not even just him. But it's just crazy, like, how do you listen to stuff where you don't even understand the words they're saying? What these, you know what I'm saying, what they be doing is just the same thing we used to do in ciphers back in the day. We would get nice and we would sit in the cipher and we would play around, we would come up with stuff, and sometimes the stuff was catchy. Sometimes it would hit. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we in the flow. We in that ultra instinct mind state and we're spitting and we're just going and we end up saying something that we should have recorded. It happens. But if you don't have the true talent and the true passion, you see what happens to those types of artists. And the thing they wanted to push was just a, you know what I'm saying, pump and dump type of thing with the music. Just get in, be famous real quick and get your money and get out. Which I ain't against money. I ain't against however you're getting your money. It's just that if you're promoting self-destruction and stupidity and selfish incompetence, I gotta say something about it. Because as an older man, as an OG, I can't let the youth get taught like that. You know what I'm saying? All of that is unnecessary. That's just basically acting too much. Like you're being too silly and you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to harness that high vibrational energy you be feeling when you're all excited and you want to bounce off the walls. Just saying. That's what it is. So that way you can have a good time. The energy is within you and not expelling outside of you, causing all kinds of extracurricular nonsense you may not even want to get involved with. You know what I'm saying? Extracurricular is good when it's good, and it's not when it's not. Just like anything else. But you know, that ego voice, you know, that demiurge in that head, that other side, is too loud, so they can't hear me. You know what I mean? But hopefully the rest of y'all can hear me, and hopefully this video explained clearly the point of this channel and what it is I'm trying to do. It's a beautiful day out here, so I'm gonna get my day started, and I'll be back later to talk to my ladies. Alright? Well, my lady friends and my sisters. So y'all enjoy this day. Thank y'all for joining me and vibing with me. Thank y'all for watching. And again, if you like what you're hearing, you feeling the vibes, you're gonna like and sub on your own. But I'll just say this: just follow me. How about that? Make sure you follow me. All right? I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and power. Wingz up.